Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Serein. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today is going to be a first impression foundation and concealer review. This is the Marc Jacobs Shameless Foundation. It's a youthful look for 24 hours. This also has a chemical SPF of 25. Not necessarily enough for me personally, but it's good to know that you're getting a little bit more protection. I'm currently wearing the shade Medium R300. I'm also testing out the new Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Concealer in the shade 2W. So if you want to see how these products apply, close-ups, and check in at the end of the day on how the products wear, then just keep on watching. I do like the new packaging. It's definitely travel friendly and it's sleek, it's slim, it's plastic, like squeezy tube. So the one thing is, I don't know if you guys can see this, but do you see that white in the foundation? That typically is SPF or something that's like separating from the product. And I don't know how I feel about that, especially since this is gonna have most likely dimethicone and this is a chemical SPF. So it has SPF 25, but this is all chemical SPF, which is why they're able to not have the flashback. I don't know why that's separating if that's the case, because there shouldn't be any separation with chemical SPF. And it's not happening with the lighter shades, so I don't know how I feel about that. I'm sure I can just shake it up and it'll be fine. I feel like I'm gonna be this shade or this shade. Probably this one. So this is going to be Medium R300. And I'm going to apply half my face with this brush that they sent me as well, and the other half with a beauty blender. I don't know if you guys can see that. When it first came out, it was kind of liquidy and oily. It's supposed to be very lightweight and it looks like your skin still. It's a lot of product, actually. There is a little bit of a scent. Kind of smells like, or that might be my brush because I cleaned it last night. You know what? I kind of like it. Very, very natural, just like skin, natural finish, lightweight, light to medium coverage. You can see the difference. This one just looks smoother. My pores look less prominent and the redness is diminished. It evened out my skin tone. I really like this. Okay, let's go in on the other side with my beauty blender. Shake this stuff up. It reminds me so much of sunblock because of the texture, but it does have consistency if you shake it up good. I thought I did when I first did it. So what I've heard is that the beauty blender is gonna suck up a lot of product, but let's just see how it applies because, you know, first impression. So beauty blender, you're gonna need a lot more product because I have a damp beauty blender. It shouldn't suck up too much product, but because of the consistency of this foundation, I think a brush is the better way to go in terms of saving your product and getting a little bit more coverage for the amount you're using. Not bad though. If I was in a hurry and I wanted that whole no makeup look, the beauty blender is gonna do the trick. It still evens out your skin tone a little bit and diminishes a little bit of the pores. You can see the redness is a little more prominent on the beauty blender side with the same amount of product used. I'm gonna go in with a little bit more product to even out the coverage. I really like this finish. Lightweight, doesn't feel like anything on my skin. This is supposed to be self-setting, which I totally agree with. It doesn't feel ultra emollient or like it's gonna move around on my face once it's set, which I really like too, especially if you're on the normal to drier side of skin. You're going to love it because you don't have to add all this powder and then spray it down to look like skin still, but you'll be able to hopefully have your product set and not go anywhere. So we'll definitely try that out. I'm not going to set it with anything. I will probably set the areas that I do put concealer on, but I'm gonna leave it and see how this self-setting foundation works. I love, love, love the natural finish. It gives me just the right amount of coverage for every day, not overly covered up. I know some people really love full coverage foundations. I don't. I just don't feel like myself when I have full coverage going, but I do like lightweight foundations and then concealing where I need it, or if you want to really cover stuff, I like using a really good full coverage concealer on the areas that I need that concealer and the clouds going, so you'll get to see this in darker light. Bonus review, I'm going to go in with the Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Concealer. This is new, coming out March 1st. I also am including this in my Makeup Bag Monday week 56. I'm testing out the shade Too Warm for my under eyes. It's pretty good. It's really good. Super lightweight, but effective at the same time. I love this, and it's not overly emollient as well, so I don't feel like I have to set as crazy quickly. I definitely am, because I do have a lot of creasing under my eyes with any concealer, so I'm going to use a light translucent powder to set this, but I'm going to come back with the rest of my makeup done and show you what it all looks like. Pretty happy with both products so far. It's just going to be a matter of how it works with my other makeup and how it wears for my day. Okay, so I have my entire face done for the day. I love how the foundation is self-setting like it says, and I have to be pretty honest, I've never really heard of a self-setting foundation before. I'm sure there are ones out there, but not one specifically marketed that way. So as I was applying my makeup, I did my brows and my eyes first. I noticed that my face makeup really was set by the time I was ready for my bronzer, my blush, and my highlight. And what I like about that is that I typically like using cream products on my face. I just whistled. By it being self-setting, it sets, and I don't feel like the foundation's gonna move around, but it's not that I had to put powder on it before putting cream products, which sometimes can be iffy. It's just, it works really, really well with powder products as well as with cream products, and then you don't really have to set it again. So I could totally see myself traveling with this and using it on a light, quick, get ready with me kind of a situation. So far, really enjoying this. Also really enjoying this concealer from Mercier. See how it wears. I'll do a check-in at the end of my day and let you guys know how the product's wearing, performing, and like if it's pilling or anything like that. So far, it just looks really good. It looks like healthy skin, which you guys know if you're watching my channel, that's what I'm doing. I'm not about like full glam every day. I'm about very wearable, realistic kind of makeup for every single day. Like you can get ready in 10 minutes or less. If you want glam though, if you want full coverage, this isn't really the product for you. The concealer is, but the foundation you'll have to build up a ton or a layer. Every day I like this, and this is definitely my jam. I'll check in with you in a little bit. Hey guys, it is almost 2 p.m. I'm gonna do a check-in in natural light with this foundation. I mean, everything I use is natural light right now. Close-ups. I'm really impressed with this foundation. I'm not wearing any powder other than under my eyes to set the concealer. Concealer looks really nice too. It's not creasing. It doesn't even look like I'm wearing a ton of makeup. I'm not wearing a ton, but you know, everything looks really good. Fresh-faced like I like it. Doing my final check-in on this foundation. Excuse the bug bite on my face, and Chris is taking a shower, I guess. But yeah, like, how did I get a bug bite on my face? It is almost 9 p.m. I've had the foundation on for about 9-10 hours at this point. I'm gonna take it off because I'm gonna go work out, and I hate working out with makeup on. In the effort to save my skin, I'm going to stop the review here. The way it feels on my skin feels amazing. I love that it's self-setting, which is pretty impressive because I didn't powder my nose, and my nose is not as shiny as it typically is at the end of the day check-ins. There isn't even any pilling around my nose. The only thing I can see is kind of right here. There's some weird textural thing happening right here, And I don't know if it's because of the concealer that I put over it or if it was, I really don't know. My under eye concealer is working out really nicely. I feel like it has faded a little bit, but not bad. And then I would say maybe a little bit of the product is wearing off. Just a tiny bit, not bad. Especially for not setting it, especially for not using any sort of primer either. For an everyday, lightweight, natural, flawless finish that is really easy to use and no fuss, on immediate first impressions, I really do like this. I'm definitely going to try it out. I'll probably incorporate it in a Makeup Bag Monday soon. If you're looking for full coverage, medium to full coverage, this isn't going to be the product for you. If you like stuff that looks more covered, again, not the product for you. If you're a little bit more like me who prefers light coverage, light to medium coverage that still looks like skin, I think you'll like it. And I think it's really good if you're a little bit from the normal to drier side because you don't have to add any powder to set it. Now, if you're super oily, I don't know how this is gonna perform. You might still need to set it. You'll probably need to use some sort of a primer, but I didn't use any primer or powder. I'm not oily where I normally would be oily, and the product is wearing pretty well. I do like this foundation. I will definitely check back with you guys on this channel, so make sure you're subscribed and turn on that bell notification for Makeup Bag Mondays or updates. I'll either update in a favorites or a Makeup Bag Monday on this foundation. If you have super oily skin and you've tried this out, please let us know in the comment section how it worked out for you. Did you have to set it? Did you use a primer? Or did it last even through oily skin? If you are really, really dry, let us know how that works out. And if you have the same type of skin, combination oily dry, normal dry, let us know as well, because it's a great place for us to share our opinions and to help each other out when we're shopping for products. Things like civilized down there, but definitely help each other out. And if you want to try this out, get a sample. I highly encourage you guys to ask for samples, especially for shade matching, because the way they match you in stores is never how it looks in natural light, and that's always like a pet peeve of mine. They always match me a little bit on the orangey side or dark or too light. So when I buy foundations, I like asking for a sample, making sure it works with my lifestyle. So ask for a good little pot, and that should last you a couple days, 2-3 days. And don't be afraid. That's what they're there for. The other thing is, because of the packaging, it's really sanitary to ask for a sample. Some, like if it's like a pot or anything that's pouring, like I get a little weirded out if they're making me a sample from that, because you don't know if someone like stuck their finger in it, you don't know what's happening there. In a pump, if it's in like a squeezy tube like this, definitely go for that sample before purchasing. I just play with it a little bit more around here. And the concealer I really like. I'm testing out the concealer for Makeup Bag Monday, so we'll definitely check that out a little bit more, but I'm really liking the concealer. There's like no creasing whatsoever. It's awesome. Okay, as always, I hope you guys enjoyed my video. Don't forget to subscribe, turn that post notification on, give this video a thumbs up. I upload new videos here on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Chris and I just relaunched my second channel. We're gonna make it a couples lifestyle channel is what we're essentially calling it, and it's going to share everything that's not necessarily beauty related. We'll have other things that we're passionate and interested in. If you want to just get to know us a little bit better, check out my second channel, our second channel. It's called More Serein, and all of my socials, everything, shout out information in the description box. And I'll see you guys next time in one of my next videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sundays. And until next time, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.